Hi folks, Steve the Hurricane here, and for today's episode of A Drink with the Hurricane, we're going to talk about preferred provider groups. Cheers, A Drink with the Hurricane, the home care sales and marketing talk show that discusses all things growing your home care business. For today, we are in San Antonio, Texas for the San Antonio Referral Masters Boot Camp, and I figured I'd make a couple of videos to talk about the next boot camp so you can get a feel for what goes into pulling off an event like this. And at that next boot camp, which is going to be in Colorado, we're going to discuss specifically how to create preferred provider groups. Now, preferred provider groups are so good and so important if you want to grow a multi-million dollar, heck, if you want to have an 8-figure home care business, you need to be a part of these preferred provider groups. There are ACOs, accountability care organizations, that have been forming, that are in existence, that have multiple home health, multiple hospice, multiple private duty, and etc. How do you become part of those, and why do you want to become part of those? You want to become part of those because when you have a hospital, or even 2 hospitals, and then there's 8 or 10 skilled nursing facilities, and then you have several home health, several hospice, several private duties, DME providers, all part of this giant pyramid of healthcare spectrum in your service area. It's the key, it's the gateway to unlimited potential. I remember back when I had my company, Care Choice, and I created the United Care Alliance program, UCAN program, and we had everybody together in our own exclusive, I call it Power Partner group, but it was a preferred provider group. When this happened, I mean every single day, we're getting 4 or 5 referrals a day. We're getting 15, 20 referrals a week or more because just from the group, because every hospice, every VNA, every skilled nursing facility and hospital that was part of these groups that I created, they all were sending me 1, 2, 3 patients, and that ended up making my phones blow up. It allowed me to do things in my business that most home care companies dream of. We had a 20-hour-a-week minimum. Like, it was easier for us to retain caregivers because we were able to give them 1, maybe 2 clients forever. It allowed us to set up care properly for patients, where we sold somebody on 20, 28, 40, 56, 84, 168 hours a week of care as a long-term plan to stay out of the hospital and prevent unnecessary injuries from occurring. That's home care. Like, I hear all these people telling me, well, I get these minimum cases, or somebody uses me 1 shift or whatever. That's not home care. And when you're providing that, you're providing a disservice to people because you don't know how to sell the services in the manner that the person needs, which is a long-term goal to keep people home and out of the hospital. That's what you do. And when you have an abundance of referrals coming in, like I have abundance of referrals coming in when I was doing this from my preferred provider group, it makes it so much easier. And then all of a sudden, you know what happens? You start to improve outcomes. You start to get a reputation for being the best company in your area. And you have families that will go with what you're teaching them as the best solution to stay home and out of the hospital. I mean, that's a win-win. That's why we have to be part of these preferred provider groups. That's why we have to do what we have to do to get in there. And when that happens, you're going to be taking care of 100, 200, 400, 500, 1,000 patients. I've worked with so many clients who are at this level. They didn't start there. They got there through the things that I'm talking about here. But being part of preferred provider groups, that's a vital ticket to your success getting to where you want to be from where you are today. So if you're not part of a preferred provider group, if you've always thought about being part of a preferred provider group and you don't know how to do it, that's why you need to come to Colorado and be at a boot camp where you can get all the information that you'll never get online live in a 3-day training. So I'll see you in Colorado. Sign up now, give early bird discounts. I'm going to give you everything you need to blow away the competition.